Yeah, guys, we're gonna talk about Ezekiel Elliott today, and hey, man, it's just gonna be a fun interview and see what he says about running back by committee, and see the where he fits in the running back rotation, and we're also gonna listen to what is this Deuce Vaughn, see what he's gonna bring to the table, and Jalen Tolbert has some interesting things to say, guys. All right, so here we go. Ezekiel Elliott said this. Hey, man, listen, bro. Shouts out to our media peers. But they asked Zeke a whole bunch of questions that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Hey, Zeke, what are you eating nowadays to stay in shape? He's eating healthy, motherfucker. He's probably eating chicken breast and broccoli, some shit. Chef Hoppy holding it down, you know? Hey, Zeke, you're older. How does your body feel? Yeah. It hurts. He's tired, motherfucker. Hey, he different. But man, at about the 5-minute and 30-second mark, we finally get a good question. Do we get the question? Okay. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, we get the question here. All right, cool. So we finally get the question here. Let me just give a sound check real fast.
Gary said before he signed you that
okay, that sound is horrible. So let's do this. We can do that there. I'll just turn this up right here. Check, check, check. We'll just turn this up a little bit. Let's see.
You know, I feel good going into this season.
All right, let's see.
Gary said before he signed you that he still viewed you as a starting caliber running back in the NFL. How do you view your role now that you're back on the Cowboys?
Jerry said before he signs you, he still sees you as a starting caliber running back in the NFL. What you think about what Jerry Jones had to say? And that's interesting, how that question was worded. Kudos to you, sir. Because you ain't say you think this. You ain't say fans think this. You said Jerry Jones said this. Zeke, what do you think? I get on to y'all about your bad questions, but I got to give you credit for your good questions. I love a good question like this. I love good mess, and I love the setup. Because we know politics and rollover seniority is probably going to mean something here. It's probably going to make a difference here. So you probably want to ask Ezekiel Elliott, like, hey, man, I know Mike McCarthy may think a way. I know Cowboy fans probably think a certain way, Ezekiel Elliott. But if you have politics and rollover seniority on your side, Zeke can do things like tell a better running back to come off the field because he's going on. I think all of that is going to depend on what Zeke thinks of himself. So Jerry says, hey, I think Zeke is a starting running back in this league. Zeke, what do you think of yourself? Zeke said this.
You know, I still view myself, you know, as a
Oh, I bet you do, guy. I bet you do. Boy, Rico Dowdle finna go out there and go crazy, and Zeke about to say, come on back, let me in here. Hey, come on. Yo, Rico, I wonder who's in charge of running back rotation now. I'm curious as to who's in charge of the running back rotation now. Because for my whole life, it was Zeke. Skip Pete was maybe a guy that'll have some input, but Skip is Zeke's guy. So Skip would just be like, hey, Zeke, go in whenever you want. I think it's interesting that Zeke still sees himself as a starting running back in the league.
Now that you're back on the Cowboys.
you know, I still view myself, you know, as a starter in this league. But also, you know, I got to take care of my body and make sure I'm fresh for when it matters. And so, you know, what's that going to look like? I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll figure it out.
What that means to me, in my mind, in chat, y'all can tell me if I'm tripping. What that means to me is Zeke has no desire for this thing to be a true committee. And the only reason that this thing would be considered as a committee is so that Zeke can be fresh for the playoffs. Listen to him.
Pretty injury free, knock on wood. You know, I feel good going into this season.
Oh, go back a little more.
In year 9.
You grew up your knees. How much healthier and better do you feel now?
Okay, so I didn't miss the damn shit because I scrolled around too much. But Zeke basically saying, man, like, hey, bro, I feel like I'm the starter, and the only reason that this thing is a rotation is to keep me healthy for when it matters, the playoffs.
As a starter in this league, but also, I got to take care of my body and make sure I'm fresh for when it matters. And so,
sure, I'm gonna give Deuce all those carries and Rico all those carries. I'm the man here. The only reason Rico's getting carries is to keep me healthy. What's he saying? This was a fantastic question by whoever the hell answered it. And let me give Clarence Hill a little bit of credit. Because Clarence was like, shit, man, hey, Mike McCarthy said this thing a committee. What that look like? Clarence said it to him. Hey, Mike McCarthy said this looks like a running back by committee. Zeke, what does that look like to you? Zeke said this.
Mike has talked about this being a running back by committee. What does that look like to you? And you talked about being fresh and how do you approach a running back by committee more different than you've had in the past?
I mean, shoot, just.
Shit, I don't even know, dog. I don't even know. I don't even know, player. Running back by committee is just running back by committee, dog. I don't even know what it means. Shit, you tell me.
And how do you approach a running back by committee?
He's like, shit, like share carries is what you mean? Like sharing carries?
Shoot, just. I mean,
like everybody gets some carries?
I don't know exactly what it looks like, but
like he said, like, what do you mean committee? Zeke said, what do you mean Rico and Deuce get the football? Like, what do you mean when you say that?
And like I said, we'll see. I mean, I love football. I'm going to do whatever it takes for me that I need to do to help this team win. And so, I mean, whatever that is.
And at that point, Zeke's media training kicked in. At that point, Zeke's media training kicked in because Zeke didn't want to be selfish guy. Zeke didn't want to be problem guy. So if we ask Zeke, hey, bro, what do you feel about this? You think you the guy? Zeke would love to come out and be like, yeah, these goof-ass characters are not going to take my spot whatsoever. It is what it is. Mind your business. Zeke started off echoing those sentiments, right? He was like, yeah, man, this is mine, and I'll only come off the field when I need a break. But he caught himself, and at the end, he pivoted into, yeah, but I'll do what's best for the team. And all right. As opposed to if you ask Deuce Vaughn about what a running back by committee means to him, Deuce Vaughn said this.
For myself, of course, I mean, at K-State and in college and then going into here, I felt like I was always a pass-catching back, somebody that can run in between the tackles as well. And I'm just feeding off of these guys. I mean, guys that have been in this league for a long, long time, and being able to learn from those guys and learn from their experiences and learn from their games and hope they can learn from mine. And that's kind of the things that whatever the coaching staff is telling us to do, man, we're going to go out there and run through a brick wall.
Hey, man. Hey, man, what we doing here, bro? Deuce knows what's going on better than Zeke does.
Are you still working in running backs?
Yeah, day by day. Son, they'll come in and be like, you're with the receivers today. And today was one of those days. And just for myself, just every single day just trying to get 1% better, going into the summer and then going into training camp.
So just floating between meeting rooms is what it sounds like.
Almost in a sense, 100%. And like I said, just that value aspect, being able to do a multitude of things and just bettering my game and just finding a way to be on the field and contribute is the biggest thing for myself.
When Mike McCarthy says running backs by committee, do you see that as a challenge?
No, I feel like the guys that we have in this room all do things great. And like you said, when you say running back committee, you have guys that are good in the passing game, good in the blocking game, good in the running game. I feel like we all complement each other really well. We all do everything great. And then just having those guys and those fresh legs throughout the years is only going to help us.
What do you see?
I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I mean, like I said, we'll see. I mean, I love football. I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me that I need to do to help this team win. And so, I mean, whatever that is.
Everybody know what running back by committee looks like, except for Zeke. Like Zeke has no clue what a running back by committee look like. No clue. He don't know. Everybody else know, but he don't know. Something to keep eyes on. Got one more clip here, man. Jalen Tolbert has some availability, and he was just talking about working with Dak. And there's a well, y'all see that when it come out. It may be a surprise. Yeah, y'all see it when it come out.
Yeah, I mean, in the chemistry part, is there less lag time? Does it feel like? I mean, it just seemed like everything Dak was throwing was coming out hot, twitchy, whatever it is, deep balls, intermediate stuff. I mean, you guys, the way you were moving, it just looked like it was like an orchestra.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes to the work we've been putting in this offseason. You know, whether it's here or elsewhere. You know, we're going, we're running routes, we're having fun. You know, we're making those mistakes and fixing them at the same time. And so being able to do that together and then come out here and just be running around, flying around, making plays that's what you see. But it's a lot behind it, and it's a lot of work that we put in together to make that happen.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you work hard, that's half the battle. If you work hard, that's half the battle. And then maybe there's like a quarter that goes along with like, knowing where you went wrong. Jalen Tolbert understood where he went wrong early. And then it's like the extra work that you put in when everybody else is done with the teamwork stuff, right? I think Brandon Cooks is huge for the growth of Jalen Tolbert, but Dak Prescott being a rich, fancy man and having a football field in his backyard, Jalen Tolbert is not gonna, I don't think he's gonna talent his way through his third year. But I think if he just works on the smarts, the timing, and the synergy with Dak Prescott, if he's everywhere Dak wants him to be, the ball will be there because Dak is great. And Jalen Tolbert just got to focus on, catching the ball and not lining up at free safety. He'll be cool. He'll be good to go. I feel good about Jalen Tolbert, man. I feel pretty good about Jalen Tolbert. Y'all know I would have loved to have drafted a receiver this year. This was a year to go do it. But if Jalen Tolbert can be what he was in college or close to it, then I think you can. You can afford to call yourself counting on him. Can he be better than Michael Gallup last year? I think that answer is yes, for sure. Can he be better than Michael Gallup 2 years ago? Hey, if he ends up better than Michael Gallup 2 years ago, we're going to Golden Corral, y'all. You feel me? I got some more stuff, man, but we'll tap in with that on another video. Peace, y'all.